next matters on the table. I'll run you through topics and Pennyfo studio hano etimi apeke. Obi, we at Awoshianit Environs have enjoyed stable power for 12 days. Doomsor is indeed a thing of the past. The NDC and its supporters should look for another campaign message. Brian Boabin Samuel, also Awoshi for 12 days. Okay. We say Dr. Baumia's door-to-door campaign has sent the entire NDC fraternity to coma. Breaking the 8 is indeed possible. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, good evening. Master Planner, Ewokin Tampo. Hi, Obi. In this Ayalolo situation, I beg to disagree with some of the decisions the managers have taken. The buses are scarce in the system. So why do you go ahead and allocate some of the buses to a simple few people to use, whilst the majority queue for the buses in town? They should rather increase the fleet before allocating some of the buses to private schools. Godi Ewotem, I think you have a point there. We say Obi, please ask Honorable, does he quote his houses in dollars or cedis? Okay, Honorable ha Obi no ede amayen. We say Obi, my prayer is that today's discussion would be a reflection of the caliber of brothers in the studio. COP Elder as host, COP Elder as guest, and an apostolic elder as a guest too. Disciples of Christ shine their light into national discourse. Elder Amos Kevin Annan, we are all obliged into follow suit, don't worry. Ekosiisen Haya Sempa 94. Was it?
I hope I won't disappoint you.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Ekosiisen Haya Sempa FM. Interne share limited voter registration exercise and in somewhere a free home eba. Resolve all issues to ensure smooth process. NPP to EC. NDC slams issue over technical glitches. President Akufo-Addo Akasa and a lot of the newspapers say capture our story. Mahama will destroy my legacy. Don't vote for him. Akufo-Addo Wena or Kasa ewo Blue Skies program be a course so ewo in Sawem. It will be good if Bawumia is elected president. I have original House of Chiefs president and this handsome way Atuja deliberately establish local enterprises to replace relocated companies, AGI to government. All of these issues, no. Honorable, Mamin Fan Shas here, I mean, say, who are interested in voter registration, him, what to me at all, Kakra, near matter saying,
Mamin Chow, wet tea for one and your bread tea, and Chairman Hakim Ade, what you for Timokwa. Chairman Hakim Ade, or your constituency chairman, or Boy Juma. Seriously. Wow. Na, Minchia. Woman home yours in when secretary. Now shout out to Foster. Also mean charity. Is my
now Omo in him chief for Timokwa no chief for Timokwa wa him
chief for Timokwa wa central region.
Okay.
And say would drew Cape Coast.
Pedu Junction no far right. Oko Wesley Girls kwine so no wetwem
hona ubehu sa ekwan no no utra jokwa
so from Kakum National Park.
Then from National Kakum
National Park.
No, at the quarter for tomorrow is about 30 minutes drive.
Okay.
That is where do for Praso.
O capital you for Praso. Okay.
And that is where the oil palm plantation is. So
top.
That's
for
the top
oil
palm plantation.
And
so that is where for Timokwa.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
in the constituency capital you for Praso.
Exactly. It used to be Trifu, Himan Lower
Dentra, na a big constituency.
And what trim into Himan Lower Dentra.
one,
and a Trifu
at Timokwa, and so you one.
Another. By the greatest grace of God. And I'm a Maconia Trifu at
Timokwa. Is there NDC creative for Timokwa?
Exactly.
And a MPP crack Himan Lower Dentra.
Exactly. But about year between.
Yes.
Your Beji no so.
Omobeji. Himan Lower Dentra, that's why I come.
Yes, I catch you.
We are sure.
That's it.
Is a bright recruit will be an MP.
And
MP before changing.
He lost to
somebody in there, but Ajinsem, Lawrence Ajinsem, Exim Bank CEO. No better magic seat, nothing in them.
Naso no any MP.
And I say,
I feel no be
pray.
And he agroni from You drew her. You ever said yet here.
Now, who people for you be wo?
Aye.
Why?
My ya branch bia on me call last and
now born a friend from
a friend no what's the name? Drummer. Ebenezer Obin Drummer.
On one number the baby.
On one number the
now last time no change, movie how many votes?
2016 we lost the election by over 6,000
votes.
Into 2020 I had to cover all the 6,000 votes and also win close to 2,000.
Oh, into be 2,000.
Exactly. Almost 2,900.
And you're close, Dodo.
When you are so free from now Clema could do and some was one you know that's a lot of
who close 6,000 and only 2,000
exactly
in the essence no 8,000
exactly votes. You know, but we're not complacent me win Jamia dom ya guso aye adwuma na say as opposition MP na say within the first less than 4 years near the within collar more than 3,000 asua adwuma you know tailoring driving any the keka ho you know I think we're doing well and so many other things paying school fees reshaping of roads and I mean okay say for Praso town ship na kasa we're doing reshaping a lot of roads you know and many other places so called it's a Mabasa you know and all that you know it's a lot we're doing so well and as an opposition MP what can you do?
There's not much you can do.
Absolutely. It's search for Timokwa. Oh, so Adiba Kwan higher and say, oh, yes, sir, MPs do. Yeah,
because the last time was a me service war Dunkwa on
exactly.
And minimum Spark FM na name and Spark FM need drew chief for press or any baby. And we had interesting chief for press or matters. I was at a point I mean say a papaya obey a health minister.
Aye. Odum.
Yes. So do my MP or order.
Aye.
Saturday for him and lower than
no. Now you for
Timokwa.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me give me very few minutes.
Yes.
Let me give you that analysis. Kuma. Saturday lower than
okay.
And you didn't call 4 years pepe near Unifree.
No, NDC MP.
No, NDC.
Okay.
And your sanso di Owusu Bedu a call 4 years pepe na Unifree.
Wow.
And you did Madam Amuatete Elizabeth.
Yes.
You didn't call odi 8 years.
Okay.
Na mamene ye adwuma dodo. Anke anjano no nkoso nye na adwuma and ye Unifree. And ye di Honorable Samuel Atuamua Ebaye 4 years na Unifree. And you call for Abraham Jima
Odum baye
4 years in Unifree.
Oh.
And you me baye. But you know the interesting thing. Obi to say atu forcing and now or minority leader.
Yes.
What in a parliament I got 20 years in here.
Sure.
Wetimia yenwema bebre amane nkrofo. Wetimia son nkrofo nkola ni nsam de o makwa adwomuni ade you know a little influence with the minister any ade. But for Timokwa de ni de kwa ade beche ni ato na atwe. Ni akofa foforo aba. Ade beche ni ato na atwe. Nti ye nya MP ho mfa so. Sesi ayesua nyansa. Nya ade aye be yesa bio. Vondi will continue to be the MP because for yade make us our parliament. Be buankola ko school and kola sun adwuma very humble and very God fearing. I didn't be on the area.
What's a Pentecost elder?
Exactly.
It doesn't get any better.
Not at all. Not at all. And you know, say yesua say you be jai na MP akoswa ya MP. Ni etimi nya bribi papa every monaba. The dey bia na 2 MP no dey bia na agina fa akon. Na on crofo ko manim because look now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Bebabe president. He's looking for experienced people to make them ministers. What do you say? Ain't you know? Yes, I know. Yeah, they be at the last bench. Now, we'd also leave our own there to progress. And that's what we've learned. So we're not going to be distracted at all. We're not going to be distracted, worried and say we should go and change. No, we're not going to do that again. Ubetino be say. Skirt and blouse. Tuma John Mahama, not Tuma MPP.
Yes.
Menuya. And it's all Tuma John Mahama. Now got Tuma MPP near. Into the year 1 year opposition MP, who be Biabrisano. And suddenly what's going to happen? Then we'll go back and sit at the back again. They be near THA. Not just a development there. yempe bi kura saa de na yejai yenye bio and we're moving forward. We're making sure His Excellency Dr. Dramani Mahama and Von D will change the course of Chifuatimokwa.
Wow,
and everybody will benefit.
That's nice. Exactly. That's nice. Chifuatimokwa.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Chairman Kujo.
Obi.
So when him Chifuatimokwa.
Oh, minimum pa. Minimum say my mantle ne back ofri ho. You say chief inspector cra.
Oh, okay.
A friend Kenneth say.
Okay.
Minimum 18 ho.
Also mo G2 conference na wo boni nyina.
Oh, that ono ani de no. Yeah, mami chair we tie for, na mi chair wa hwefo nyina. Me ba ha check akra.
Yes.
O fans go overseas me ma da bia na fro na unua obi yetini nkan na wo hye he because South Africa kakra na nyina na je say. No so ho atete na mi chair kwajo do asare me ya so say na ka Wednesday kwajo there. But I hope say baby o bia no. Ya me be kan ho na Oma na hodin mudu na yasan hu no ha biem ti chia na wie chia uraba umia eni na pamfo na mo mutu nkoma omudi yes koma omudi ni kita ho ne Ghana fodi yempa bo ne se Ghana fo betie ni ye na wa hu se oho na nidaso no wo we ase mu se obi challenges ama o future cry na edi na Bible so ka ti wo hwa o man bia ye be chichire o man ne be ye kese no you go through the storms and it guides you in how your future will be being komo ayete ha na yedi nigidi se nyame unja yesa yedi komo amu nyina mo ba mo di nimde ba no nimde no supposed to help the nation to go far so what you say and so say ye pesamin kuminya ene ye nko aye badwene ye ho na sabi tumi ni nimde a nyame de amaye na e wo say ye dan na di e ma Ghana oman ene abusuan nya ho faso no na yentuminya abusuan bia wo abusuan dumienu a Israel eyeye no wo hwe ye dian ya baako esori wo mu e ma abusuan ni nya din ma ni ginae sa na brabo bia tie abusuan wo obi obetumi a wo be 20 o ye dian the legacy of Obi o mane baako e be sori wo mu out of the 20 just to keep the legacy going na ye yire ye ho se ye se be kan no kakra ama ye man so ho da chinchiri ma beba ti ye betumi akamu no kakra edwuma yeye si da chinchiri manti sikefe but enya ade nyina idimpa so ye chen ahonya ti no ye tutu ya na mo ne ye tuniye na ye chen na minu Bondi he's a very nice gentleman we should say that here
he speaks well no rather na homa radio
na ahobrasemu naka Eka said your 2 year now buy a shiny business plan ya DNA yina senko ye consecutive capitalism. Itinaka baby anko di free banako but said baby or didn't namono. Moye so na komo a wodi say ne za timo kwa baby ojina sese no bi. So yenso 2020 no enema kakra sisi wo form so what you say na mentimi ho ase said the primaries mi ko ye ni ade ni emu to kwanketin ni eyi enti se sabre nka me de ka said me hu na me ya so be lusu le but I say olusu ni sa so funny say because of baby wa copy no ni eyi and is a fine gentleman ye ki din komoyi nanka Obi government inclusiveness so nanka bianca to me na at least papa or business ideas nanka yetumi apija no nanka baby ogina yenkomo obedi wa ha me pia mbisa ne bibi on the side say baby a wo call ye no a kunya judgment no what is the judgment Obi asem kind name ya why I have to feel like a Ghanaian say sabi okobo obisian so the ne read akoye adwuma wa bruche many years and odi bibia ba se me bibi be so me mayase wa ba beja asase o hwa obi anadwo akofa excavator abebusa asase ne dia babudan no okonya judgment what is the judgment say ya je little cost into nipa no yes nyamran sem no Obi wa fa ne ho adi there's no real punishment nanka punishment bi wo mu kasa impunity na koso wo man mu ne asase no enka ebetwa
exactly
because Obi yenka se mansu ni ho enka mi hu ye kwa wa o se ya wo dia no omaimra ewo ho to anamon na yemfa sanctions to mira anamon na utu ni twen na yehwehwe mu wie yehwehwe mu wie na de asase ne ye ne dia no ye de bema no na utumi nkan je ne so de azumi krasa konko kota asase ne nya ne dia ye kokot wadi bim ohwa ono eye ne dia obehwe so nani obebu dan aka to se mabu dan fa asase no obeka obetu aka to so de fa dan ne nyina akra eno so na wodie tumi sem obi abefa a dine excavator na adiko gina no wahwe nipa na eye ne dia na anybody can die out of this kind of idea so intino ye chichiro man obi enya abri nyina na ye betena ha aye tobe ehu behia say you do some way we all show the passion and the direction and how the laws we can improve it in our system. Or your member of parliament, these are the things sabi so to me when the other colleagues to me trust. And no never more mine koso akoso. Say and ye nuanum ye trust ye land tenure system et say obi sori no ko bu obi dan a dien anamobe na ye tu ewo ho. All these things, Obi, I was say to me, because in Nipana yaji 2 minutes, you have a bomb, who by every more these are the things you are asked for power. So what I say, and to me all the time, me who people like Bondi, Obi, we to anamon wabo bra, o money to me, as you said, the Otuna Namon efa, and as strong, Sabi Obia, also any experience, our free school, but now so me to anamon. Me da bia de me ka hye me ho se obi se nyame ye wadom no ma onim de wakosua de wakonya knowledge de ohia ka ho e corporate world se we nya sa na mutu na obi wa brabo ne wo hyehye ye ne wo decisions nyina na obi ekechire ye tu oman mu ama oman koso ayetibiti se Ghana is not a corporate Ghana o chase ye nya ne se corporate Ghana I had to say your name no sebi me you see like you say I say every dog is eating every dog sebi otiase yes na yenchichiro mansa inti mesre yempeni for to me aye free ase ye di ba assemblymen MPs ni I was say to sign am because it's long overdue and there also any interest to be able so see Dana will be Ghana is you I won't sit here and be happy because it belongs to other side of the political party. It's just the priority of ideas, and you share it different. But your mind will be a bit to me to an amount of managing and another yeshishi. So, these are the things that we have to look for. These are the things. It's very, very important. Parliamentarians and now when your private member motion bills are moved to me yebino. I was some share everyday life and improve it. It is in the hands of the parliament. It is long overdue because Mrana yes see for you may be and council munko shemran obi u shemran me nipa brabo atini. And I'm a boy. Intino mo she sa mrana mo do baby we have to come here America for I think they call it is it eminent domain or something obi e betumi abase baby ayeti eminent domain your papa no maami asase wo mato ba betumi do baby o man betumi hu say aha say the train kwan to ha e be benefit 10 million people 20 million people obi aban no betena se obeje afi say we need to be because it is the benefit of the 10 million people. So, it Sanima Winminano, the parliamentarians are Munyanim dear, and then wouldn't crash the Casa Yamia Wadum, shall going to away two can be baby. I'll call France and now see a Hokroma Hoofy and nobody will see ya two on Yatum, oh, quite this okra pass. It took somebody to think through, say, aha, I tea. A city and the heart of the France. It is a few of my DNA. Yeah, to an no matter what, if somebody has to suffer political casualty in that area, why, but and near free France by and or can or say, nay, 2 million. Now, ultimate crank or hockey kill. Ultimate hockey, oh, quite this unya pass and Sanawako. Into Obi, media, Mijidi say. that is another way around that we have to look and build this, the nation.
Well.
Yeah,
very well. Into way, okay. Into Enoch, good evening to you. Medase Papa for your message. Into I'll reach out. We say Obi, in Heman Lower Dentra, the difference was 2010. Chief Watimokwa is not safe for the NDs. The MPP is reclaiming the seat. Trust me. Lam taking Rashid Eddie and I'm not sure what it now. Okay, let's see. Into war Adrian Chow bit media. But honorable, what me have visited registration centers?
So thank you. Me I visited Kakra. Okay. And I also have my able men on the ground.
Okay.
Almost Shem Sandra Mosha na to about 12:31 p.m. no na bibia and shed and cause in terms of registration yade na complain yes say omo here code be on betumi synchronize omo system no to that of the national platform na in my we are be a technical issues be a baby a near dundum light and it was nationwide and baby a dundum light so come provide generators and the generators in the day internet and all kind of things, you know. I think it took the system more than some hours. That be about 12:31.
Yes. And
sana yenya stability or system normal to me registration be. I think Endra no movie no my total of about 67 and collect me register.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, was 67. We had. Apart from those challenges, no, I don't think any major issue here. And it is my hope and prayer. Say easy. Even say exercise not all year no. And your exercise it holds the heart of Ghana. Now Obama near you see, we joke in this country too much. And yet energy men's and in a pump for. And who say you buy registration at say and they say one kasa won crofo ekot na ho ahihye table at the machine si ho na wo mo be share registration ase na omo hia code a betimi synchronize the system e betimi am omo kwan ye adwuma na from up to about 1 p.m. na omo ntumi nye ya look is it in some serious country you'll be resigning by now. What do you say? Because you see, it is not something that came out of the blue. A idea wa planning. Am I a timetable? No, I'm mark why your press conference wa home. I bibia just say you were ready to move, only to go and sit down and complain that the nationwide and your packet issues improve. You can say be 1 or 2 places a district and constituencies nationwide. I mean, and so you ask yourself, what's the preparation going forward? What exactly is it? Assuming Fanny said they are about to order. And here and Crofako Sala is here to Aba. Now we're up to about 1 p.m. nationwide. Yes, the system in Yejuma, Yabetuaba. What do you think will be happening? Already, no. A registration here, first one here, no. Or you're on a district level. You can't be a my miss or you're on a district level. But so who got to Abadia, and in the other Kosi polling station, be as woman to about. But who could register and Crawford? And for Kosi polling station, no more register.
No much say 1 year. Much since 92. Limited registration be any home in the polling station level.
Fine, but
say general registration they are fine, but limited now. Or me no district office.
But the point I'm making is you see, times are evolving, and then this Andra. Our population is growing, and now say limited registration. There have been so many about 2 years. Into the year, the population is huge. No problem. No, I could see. Where some nice decision or I thought say it was nice. Also, the electoral areas need be calm. Exactly, and that was good. What you are saying. So the preparation must be holistic and must be accurate and complete. It must be absolute. Now, so why won't crop for registration? Now, some collab salary up to about 1 p.m. Now, so system in Yejuma. I'm just thinking about what happens. See, a Kotuaba. And this election is a very hot one. An absolutely hot one, I'm telling you.
It is an election where Ghana's destiny is going to change.
2024.
Why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to be president again and change the course of this country. And where things must work. Listen, things must work again. Things must work again. Oh, the Asante say I got to aba. That's the one hey. That's a new saying about me, Baba. About me, I'm just advising. Say they should sit up. It is not a good sign at all.
But and the
it is not a good sign
reporter
at
when
all.
you're net saying, and then
I've not had any bad reports today. Me pipe until I make say. I just pray and hope say it will not happen again, and that things will change for the best. Because you see, December 7 is a very serious day, and nobody should try to entertain this. I don't think say ebebua. The agitation, the anger in the people, that kind of zeal. In Crawford said, I don't think anybody want to stand their way. I mean, I'm just being very careful and what to say to Jane Mensah. I think that it is.
But it is not Jane Mensah, it is the Electoral Commission.
Governed and controlled by Jane Mensah.
Governed and controlled by the commissioners who are 7,
but ruled and headed by Jane Mensah.
Yes, or a primus inter pares.
So
first among
his leadership must ensure that the subordinates get the job done, because when in order, he must ensure that there's a process that followed the order to get into a proper conclusion. Without that, then he's not working. She's not working. Oh, my can be being chill. So why are the Bakufu doing no? I don't know now directly, but you see, lack of supervision to ensure that your appointees get the job done brings the problem and the accusations and what have you into your doorsteps, and you can't run away from it. And that is the issue. That is the point. And my prayer, I hope, they say, these things should not be the things that should be happening. I mean, because you see, the Ghanaian people are really ready, poised to go and change this government. And I don't think anybody should try to stand their way with some technicalities. It won't stand, it won't work at all. I mean, so, you know, I think, sir, every young man and woman who see me are already 18 years or more. You see, say, you know, everybody must hold his own destiny into his own hand. As I said, we call throw within, now we register, now ultimate tuaba. Na utumi chire nipa wo medi wo so obi won say ade ba ko a ha adwen ni say because of Ghana card no obi a wo Ghana card bia no ofi so Ghana card wo me koye biribi a metimi dia akoye inti seriously no the reality is that voter registration card now you know ECD no people really feel that there are alternatives that they can use to do things they want to do apart from so we ko to aba. So people really are not giving that, you know, that seriousness, that feeling. What's the baby they were? Omokoye easy electoral registration we a card no, or ye now so could be a bank account, or koye bribia with media. Yeah. So now that we have Ghana card or system, no, that level of enthusiasm and people generate to go and register, and the zeal, that love and passion is gone. But you see. You cannot move forward if you don't participate in selecting who govern you and select the right person. It's very crucial. Young men and women are more registered. I just want to advise you, take it serious. Wako dilemu, who Ghana card and no offer. We need our passport and no offer. We need the who kwa pen crofo no ma guarantee amount, no register about to draw. You see, the fact is that, for example, Obi Mwahei, Fanese nipa 100 na ye juma, Fanese nipa 100 na ye juma wa. Ana mo ye juma anopa 8 o'clock. Na mo upon 5 no be kofi.
Yes.
What do you say? Yes. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, "Remember na gufie na nye juma anya no. There's going to be an opportunity. It is a 1 year upon 5 no pon one. There must be a sect of who are juma from SAS 5 up to about 10, 11. Now we'll be in Swaba. I be juma from 12 to about 6. Until there will be 100 na ye juma. All things be equal, no, you're going to get about 300 people working. That is what we call 24-hour economy. Inti membu no bi a wo register no. Wo register koto aba. Na when you that is a we school ejuma wo ho twen wa wo beba abaye because of the implementation of the 24-hour economy. Inti mo bi amfa say your normal registration wo call register keke. It's very important, it's very serious. And you must be part of selecting who rule and govern your resources as a Ghanaian. And it's very important. Inti wo bi me nkasanche no. I just want to encourage them to go and register. And I want to also advise EC that you see the demonstration the first day, is a very horrible one. Nobody want to see it again. Nobody want to see it again.
And the Honorable David Von D and I'm member of Parliament for Atimokwa constituency. Where say Obi, I rented my house to someone. He took a loan and defaulted. The court with the financial institution per assumption auctioned my house. For 4 years, we've been in court trying to reverse the decision. The AG is your enemy. Sorry to say, Philip Tete. I don't know why the AG will be your enemy. If you are in court, so we're in a civil matter, and the AG, saying, we say Obi, our lack of development is because Ghanaians, especially our leaders, have not understood the reasons for our independence, which we are left with economic freedom. The day we would understand what Osajefo did, then the prophecy of Sajefo that Ghana will rise again will be fulfilled. Obi, the excuses of the EC, is it new even concerning data or network stability? So can we blame the EC since this excuse will occur the next 4 years? SNET and on the way brain, yeah, that's it. Where's the Obi? Talking about improving our transport systems, I heard from Dr. Bawumia saying that they are expecting around 100 to 200 electric buses this year through the cooperation of GPRTU, State Transport, VIP and others to augment the existing fleet of buses already in service. I've been to Ivory Coast before, and their transportation system is one of the best in West Africa. Such a laudable policy will definitely be a game changer and an avenue to ease the frustrations public workers go through to and from work. Nana Ejare Kodie ewo Belgium. Obi, some warm states in the US like Texas and Arizona have concrete cement structures because of the absence of cold weather that leads to contraction to cause cracks in walls. Contrarily, states with both cold and warm weathers mainly use beams, siding and dry walls with foams in them to build structures so that those buildings can withstand expansion caused by the heat during the summer and contraction caused by the cold in winter without collapsing them. Comparatively, architectural designs and then guidity of materials or quality of materials, it should be, that go into buildings, those wooden structures are equally expensive like concrete cement structures. OP and the way about the housing conversation we had earlier. Okay. Ma yenshani yentrust Chairman Kujo. Minim EC limited voters registration matters arising.
Obi, yes. Quickly, no EC adi amijili se yebeti free honum. Me ade ba kon a e bia futu am de ma EC mi se nipa ho adwuma na oye. Ena sebi Obi. Yeah, to okra we to aka to se wa okra on se danje hu ndisa. Intini nipa asaroundo no any nipa oye adwuma mom. There's a lot of suspicion all the time. So bin komo aye di nyina da bia na ye nuanom ana say other political parties raise concerns me nyina obi suspicion say otiase. But at the end of the day say e bia ye wie dwumadie no na say ebe year. It's a matter of us say we build it from there. Na yentumi nko yachi ema abri nyina no, there are some criticism and sometimes it's not necessary. So ohun dia me patri pay limited registration, at least you have your timetable. Me take me say by this time you do your test run. Machines na ade be adwuma intino entwen enma emribi nso ewo bra yakodu polling station na electoral area where ye kwa kodi dwuma na obi abeka bibi say ene me gidi sanamo mposo mutu na 2024 na yaka bibi na sabi adwuma pa o ye no obi na ama saa nimdie pa no ekofom ene wo hwe electoral commission womu DVDs ni niam womu di adwuma obi there's a lot of improvement so otiase there's a lot of improvement in their machines compared with the amandi na yedi hu komo in the year 2020 dia e ka say obsolete ni niam ye ka say omu sesen nyina no and somehow because ye sa dwumadie ni electronics ni ntino all these challenges, you address it like a week or something. So when they may patch you because your officers are already in place and you have already earmarked the areas are obi ode kwako yejuma. Intinu yes say you to sana mo no but one ye pe because your mandate na yesifa could this adwuma intinu. So be can be bia na one ye pe ujina chira obi beka so wo de yisi to anamu bia unhu infomso a ewomu. Then they will begin to think, say, hey, they are almost skewed to your favor. But my point is that Akola we did 18, or we did 20, 19. I was so be registered. No, you know better abamano. You don't even know. Who knew the better abamano? Service. Or no one can say, if we do stage B, ebi crane, ne, bet me about say, honorable, to you bet me about nipa, ako. Monkonko register. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Register to vote is the person's citizen's right. Also to me the two sanamo. It is a buano amanaya onye bonibia. But I can assure you, say, offer nipa 100. Say omon konko register. Obi, one here half current to Abamo. Say one here half current to Abamo because Obeshano ebi a D-Day na kabeka demands be a bebamu adwen sakra bi obenya campaign slogan be a beba your opponent activities ni niema dynamics I be play during the elections obi ni nyina besesa so but the who be here and say yete ha yeken yem build the systems say nyina benya confidence in the system say no eba na an electoral commission yes you right your mahama nkotena so kura na obi umfa ho because the system in place mitimi ko for dia fijasi new job enough na me say me to abama MPP a right your mahama to so no electoral commission officer no age mensa ontumi nya ho hwe ana meboa but because you need confidence for the system ntino so suspicion no carry acts every day and the neutrality of the EC. Because you better hand a bastardize woman. Language na a form every day in Obi. It can take them like a year, 2 years, 3 years. Still, the perception will not change. Because ABO, you call your time I see a sano, you to me and sano, and I can start to bed 12 o'clock. I'm not saying that what you are saying is wrong. I'm also advising you must also act sometimes properly to make sure say criticism, there will be Emma. So what you say, but Obi, machines challenge there. No be a fear higher tea. So to be a near machine back on in Yajuma. Are they 24 hours? Yeah, 24 hours. Into a bit to me abasa in every system. America for elections. You don't day. I thought there be a corner. A system now shut down completely. They have to run to court. Now ya kwa konya judge. But no, I extended time. I'm and I'm a boy. Inti anu D-Day no bega Jones will be person regio biana. So inti no media me futu ni say let's all come together, build a system. Na the system ni nya confidence for the system. Obi ye ni how be abiem. Any how be antisa will continue agitating sa na Orajo Mahama be can be a leader. Oh pay to me no dia konya pen. Na nkasa brain dey kan no aka say no let's have confidence for the system. Anya we have been improved. Obi, we have been improved. And then the system is say cry me. First, no na ba akuna na crying. Obi, say a banner can facial recognition. That camera be enim. It is a copy on sano na far and one no yes yempre. But then o card now the better hono. They can scan and compare with what they have in their system to approved to say one step no. Yeah, didn't move from 92 every year beyond obi every election cycle beyond sabi improve to kakra den ebem we are not in the technological world yet we and yemrant any idea mo ko banyina wo hwe say de obi e koye law obi anya na so ko invent bibi eba de ho na na ye beti around near steady kakra na ye de bi awuram near de ko. Until we have a long way to go. So until the leaders, and I'm calling both the political party. Ebia and you need to me. Now we are also calling a proper thing to be done. But me no there night time be my advice opposition is say Obi say bibi chia bring alternative solution. Don't just make it a criticism keke. Me ade ba ko e mama ni gi MPP party kese ho ne say ye enyanka say criticize easy. Ye criticize them da, but we always throw some suggestions, things that they need to do. Obi every, I can say it categorically here, says every improvement in EC is done by the MPP. I'll tell upon challenging me. And from 92, you call back a dear pimpim horn more, you who so sad the crano, not say a box, a wooden box being the abu boni is your near the koto abagum. Emutum, you're quite a circle transparent. And also think that you go buy you see a biometric. You see all these things will be you see a colored one. Sometimes cry black into then you do one man. You saline and near pew be a body and oko. No trying to go no asambe to be. You did design you dear be do baby. But the leaders on person would be anymore. They have to build that confidence for us. And come on, ye me, I am expecting said your kind baby. Ofo se obetumi di impum to pa abre Ghana said den komo awura baumia edi ene no say ene o kan employment or say member employment you for anya adwuma ebi ni basis how can yi as soon as you increase your base in the various sectors you know oye din abefa nipa ana meboa digitalization obefa nipa. These are some of the things that we are expecting leaders to tell us say your major challenge unemployment, they will be able to resolve it for us. And the confidence that they can give to businessmen, can taxes, can weigh. And then say businessman not for say the tax liability, he can control it. A yemano obi or the jume ba unsro. And community no kesia ye petumino and no ena ye kan amagana for ati. And where Ghanaians will believe and trust to say when ye di to me shene sa obetumi tu sa na mo na amaye. And no buru ba me di hunkomo. Say compare the two. Anye bia no both of them, one has been tried and tested as a leader. One is being tried but he has not been tested. Because we're vice president, I say you are trying, you are trying your best to show your ability to lead. But one day you have been tried and tested, and Ghanaians know exactly what the alternative is. It is an alternative. No, any right on Mahama Ghana for better national analyze it. New money na namo awabitu. Meanwhile, Ekosiisen see your car 24 hours economy. Obi, bibi twemu o mitrimu. I noticed pen out ye buy, but they try mitrimu say, or you show her as a typical example. Or say, oh sorry, so Obi we 5 o'clock. Another one beba. Now it is a ye we nipa 100 100 near created 300 employment. Obi so kwasi chum says 300 no. Add an or anyhow. So no, it's a system. Around John Mahama magic bay no bay or be created 300. Say demand will honor. Obi. Say demand will honor 300. No sorry, 900 beba. No rock was you on Pesicanti or so they mumpona monko. Sana 24-hour economy, that is what it means. So we need to interrogate it. And yatem didi, I say Magana fool who say slogan be obi mantra be obi di hun komo assembly or catch Ghana for no. Bibi nim eti yemfa ne trakeke. The leaders must analyze it and interrogate it. I'm not against it. On the Pongas and the slogan a 24 hours economy. But give me what's within the 24 hours. At the end, the woman hope be the woman give me the clear numbers. What can 300? Maybe so say. At the end, what be say work was you say adentina on to me yet. Sa obi sorry kwa another 100 beba. Now another 100, but then the because you 100 pay. It's economy that you are discussing with your people. let's have a hope in it. And me no the who hear me kese pa and say Orajo Mahama ono we dia kunya no bi pe obi anya me ni wo me no dia be tuna to slogan bia na afa ehu adi ye ba na be hu say say economy ya ye ka ho asemi ono na issue ni words o say dompi say na me ade ni nyina aka dompi itini hu saka dompi but odi at this time your message to your people, your message to Ghanaians say waba your trial again pa why are you not speaking to your records? Telling Ghanaians, say, maybe buy these are the directions. These were my future policies. And near more and coming another opportunity I met to assume me. It is a come and now move to me and me go buy I will try the other alternative. Let's go back to my policies, my roadmap, and speak to my record. Obi 2016. Apart from say Orajo Mahama, I'm managing economy niya. Ghanaians were crying for change, They were talking about records. They were talking about Anamoa MPP party Ora Ajekum Kufuor be 2 year na Ora Nanado ewo mubi. Eti Ghana fo nya adwempa ni nimde pase no ekuo ni ekua say ye di tumi ma womo a omema ya brabo aye den asa. Okay. Eti that one that hope no and a Ghana for akuma and omo to abama Ora Nanado. And then I can tell you for the fact, Obi, the fact that oye elites in Abia or TF Abia almost said anti papa. Miraya or T on Jimechini, Yenuminiama, Ekosu, we say. But ene Obi, I can say it in authority. Open one of the presidents in this nation. No matter what people will talk about, the crisis, the economy, the inflation of food, open one president in the history of our motherland Ghana since independence. Open president, why Juma, touch every institution, every life in this country. Nanado.
And Mama Busa, my next question, maybe honorable because Enra, I think 3 days ago, Nanado Danko Fado ko PMO Blue Skies. Na oyen address no can be say he was in the campaign mood really. Say Emma Ghana for and Twaba John Mahama because John Mahama ba on a legacy I build you over the past 8 years no. John Mahama best say no. Obi a Ghana for enya kukudrenya jidie wonimu and for mining shenens because on ba twa legacy so Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ene John Mahama I reply to San Seminar and another kind in a tweet or say of course I will not protect your legacy of corruption, misgovernance, arrogance, ineptitude, bankrupt economy, increased unemployment, and pushing more of our people into the poverty bracket. Hashtag let's build Ghana together. Hashtag Mahama for Change 2024. In the way John Mahama tweet in response to Insema and Nanado Ekai. Honorable
Menua,
where do you stand? I will debate with him.
Obi
yes.
When I say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, Asamo Kan and say, "Me Ghana for and to Abama John Dramani Mama, His Excellency, na on president, Anya sa Oba the legacy and Yama Waye no John Dramani Mahama Bessa no
yes."
And yes, more kind
I was not Mahama any belief in Nyoma or Nanado aye.
Okay, so let's look at Nyoma no. A dear na Akufo-Addo aya. John Mahama ba or best say no. A dear no aye.
Akufo-Addo nyeshe.
I'm coming.
Okay.
You see, I want to be very calm on your show. And I want the woman etie woman ehwe woman etie me ye. Look, you were my muha.
A simple
$1. I want 3.9 Ghana cedis to $1. Into a bosso canny, I will tear me. Will be a waswami, I will hear me. Sasabre no fan nuoma spare part $100,000 worth of spare part. Now here Ghana sika 3.9 billion. Aye 390,000 Ghana cedi. No one could to me fan nuoma. $100,000 no aba beton anya ho mfaso ana Nanado ni Bawumia say jo mama wa bon na wutie sada no kai Nanado kwagina simpie so $1 1 CD $1 1 CD ana Ghana for the America dia konwe koma Nanado ene ami no ka say no upe dollar back one 15 Ghana cedis ana Nanado ka kire John Dramani Mahama ni Ghana for say saadie no ana saa no mami ye man moye homodin ambre dollar nasia na medu 3.9 bio na John Mahama ba baby odi Ghana akoshe 15 Ghana cedis per dollar no that Don Dramani Mahama be say no or the baba from ama Ghana for ho aton ti me ento aba ma John Mahama na wo hwe na onipa wo kasa asem wo ya na Ghana for da wakoma so ana tie me e krom ha ne ye wo me me atie
or the dollar ne be say about 3.9
oh Jesus Christ Jesus Christ me me atie me
okay me tie
Nanado ana kwagina simpie so anu say akufu Bawumia I'm saying na ye wo sister station ba ko a okoso or say this hardship that we are enjoying in this Ghana, the only thank you that John Dramani Mahama could give Ghanaians is to increase fuel price again and many taxes. Sabreno, na fuel no gallon ni na no 14 Ghana cedis. Mene woka say no, se no liter no aye 4.5 na ye 1 gallon. Liter bakun aye 15 Ghana cedis. And then no Nanado say saadie na waye no said John Dramani Mahama ni gallon ye for 14 cedis ne ba obaba be say dia wo dia 15 Ghana cedis per liter ninti mami yan to aba ma John Dramani Mahama menua tie me John Dramani Mahama na breso na Ghana indigenous banks anya challenge na Mahama disika shem na banks na ejina brang na Ghana fo anya edwuma eye ono no akufo ado baaye no na wo hia 9 billion Ghana cedis no dia hwe banks na banks na anya honden na Ghana fo etimi akoso anya edwuma ayo na na de so onye sa na Nanado di almost 28 billion ana collapse banks no ana me no ka say enyuma kwa na ekoso a collapse rumor e wo krom ni say Societe General Accra ya pake wo munioma akọ me no ka say Glovo ekọ me no ka say ai ba ko bi enyuma bebre afodu up. And you know something and yes say juma no mo be so mo be bi omo the environment it's not business friendly. The environment is horribly corrupt. The environment is absolutely gone. Say the IMF, any World Bank say Ghana economy is a garbage economy. Into almost sawa omo and one ebiko Cote d'Ivoire, ebiko Burkina Faso, one ton country, ebiko kotra ho akoye adwuma. Na Ghana wo ma sisa omo nuama. Kona Nanado say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no wo na business cost no. Yan to aba mani bio na se yetoma no a eniama waye no obesei no. Yes, of course, why not? Aden na John Mahama say san no no mfa no papa ngwa akwan mu na Nanado baaye no anu so obesi agenda 111 ohene 8 years ni ehifa no masi hospital ba kwa o mawie patria John Dramani Mahama hospital a wesisie hwe John eneko Legon a hospital at John Dramani esi wo ho COVID by listen John Dramani Mahama oh we need him in Ghana. And I tell you, we need him with all sincerity. Ebola brain okay. John Mahama built a structure where Ebola did not even enter Ghana. And no there yasu anya na nado abreso ana COVID be ra Ghana baby a COVID in start free obi wunim minsuminim and so nya Ukraine na na ka wa bonti.
The two are not the same because Ebola was not a global it was not a pandemic but COVID is
COVID ba Ghana no pandemic. Listen
a country
hold on
almost
COVID ba Ghana no
yes
ana Nanado say COVID na ba yenti enti no ntime nya hwe no but listen, do you know what COVID did to Nanado and Bawumia? COVID blessed Nanado and Bawumia. Into yenya yankrofo ewuwo. Ghana for na ye twa dwadwo na ye su covid kuma wokum ye nkrofo no si ye su a na nado ma ya mema ne nsere yan ono no covid onya ho mfaso wonim sika IMF any World Bank atamu ama na nado covid nti
Modema Ghana
billions
member countries
billions of dollars. Listen, do you know that when Ghana started going to IMF for IMF program, okay, from the time I started call IMF, ebepim na nado abreso, said 2016, 2017, no, we made only $1.85 billion from IMF. COVID buy, no, wouldn't say yes, it's over $3 billion demand Nanado. That is what COVID did for Nanado. Now one kasa a regional deputy, regional chairman said, Ajina Simpieso, can't the way a MPP for chair. COVID sikano, a bimunya 1 billion, a binya 2 billion, or no other or a friend is saying parliamentary candidate or something, you know, Dionya, no more can. That is how rich COVID made Nanado. Minia, John Mama Beresuno, now US, a whole US was invading Iraq and so forth and so on, looking for Saddam Hussein and looking for Bin Laden to kill. And now me no say no.
That cannot be John Mahama.
And now me no say no. That is NDC abroad. And now me no say no.
The
Ukraine
on Saddam Hussein was in the early 2000s.
No, I'm talking about early years of John Dramani Mahama.
2009.
So
John Mahama was 2012.
As I speak to you now, the Middle East war is still ongoing. It started ages.
Yes.
Me no say no. Nanado say the entire went to me and Yahweh say Ukraine. Any Russia, Queen we are and another say Queen also can't wait here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Minia, ain't no a dear and another aya a yard papa. Na mitia yano na Baumia, Honorable friend is His Excellency Baumia, Vice President. Let me accord him that respect. I say Ghana from Fasti and no mano. Oh, you saw that? Mufasti and no mame. Monfasti and no mommy. Look, cool down, man. Cool down, boy. See, I no meaning baby. I want match that Baumiano Aquacofa. The steering is in the dollar. The moment you're able to reduce the dollar from 15 cedis into about 4 cedis, into about 3.9 Ghana cedis, you have the steer automatically. The steering is in the cost of the fuel. The moment you're able to reduce the fuel, take all the taxes, take all the levy. Listen, it's COVID in Ghana again, but we are still paying COVID. The steering is in the toll booth now. What China? Who just can ambroa for our e-levy muno. The steering is there. He should reduce those taxes, take the taxes away, cancel all the emission taxes and the boiler taxes and everything. The steering is there. That is where the steering is on with me. Move fast here, no mammy is over here. Ni ball, I hear from a ball, mammy. The steering is there. He should go and take the steering from there.
Chairman Kudo, my NTO na French median
Obi, Bondi, Nanka may come be a man, I'm a nasty, but near the MC said your training Obeko. Can be as I say, able to be to because Nanka, Namika me say, Obey, me, fine gentleman, and can make be a man or not to send I should say, but say, you're cheering propaganda and Muka Cranty, running mountain, say, I saw the big room. But Obi, also, John Mahama say, he's talking about say, Nanado corruption in the manner, and yet no baby protect, and I'm a boy. Now, there are no woman can say, John Mahama, I bring in say, or the statement be better bontia. I hope say they will take their time and analyze it very well. Say no bisan who say, men say baby I'm a D3. Tamane see me soon nami to say. So otiasi. Say pass say ye beka corruption as some ewu hanomwa. Meaning the senka ononko he has every moral right to talk about corruption because it's the most global purported corruption scandal king. Just say, would you need to? Mate Obi, mate me, can be breachro. Now, no, be no, Attorney General cry citing. Number one, let me start from even on one president of FAN. No, Judy say, oh, yeah, Branty, Papa, we need deal with him. before Professor Mills ever called Krechi, he set up a committee to investigate him. As a vice president, say we two na mumbia neninje. He did it. And now Professor Mills was again. Again to two sana mon. Pow. And we just to ho over corruption as some fear. Yet ha airbus in coma ebidi with Krumha. And yan another nebeka you. Wow, Attorney General.
What's the name of the Attorney General?
Oh, now the Martina do General.
Martina Bedu say Akufo-Addo is a mother serpent of corruption.
Who can say no? What can corruption as I was in another corruption tinu on to mean protect. And any partner or boni dina or bedin in common obi. Nensan on to make trick as I may say on Nensan or the chilo ye free ni so and son or deco. Inti o tu sana mono nanka wahwe nanka nkrofo na be edit script na ma no de be call tweet no wa ka kire mo say da bi ade wi mo ya nkrofo be ka me de dindindin nanka o ma tombo ase nanka o de yenyi free ho no obisa say legacy be na do ka ho asem obi yeti krom ha tema oil refinery sika be about 1.5 billion e ra kwa Your Mahama wa investigate ba akokra o de say nyon kra no fire what happened. Obi, ni time, ni era, go in there. Double salaries.
I never heard of
that. Want it to refinery missing money. Okay, would you be investigate? Would you upper craft for 20 P? Fire service, fire service for issue ya omkofa change. Fire service for issue ya omkofa buy omkoto empty vans begu wa yako na hwi ni. Say no de otie.
So ambulances.
So tie. Ha, eno costo Ghana he. Obi, segleme issue, and yet here can housing problem. Up to now, Urajo Mahama was the chairman of the cabinet of the Republic of Ghana. $280 million. Segleme. And I know now the
rest. If you won't need time.
Oh, Debbie, no, Nihana. I'm talking about. I'm talking on your time. Oh, did your demand? Oh, the aye. Oh, the mommy family and I'm sorry. So what you say? It so who can corruption say? Who be can say? Who to mean protect? Obi legacy na legacy no protect because of corruption there. And then I make a say, oh no dear, oh yeah, the king of this moment when we talk about corruption. It corruption come on there. Mr. Rajo Mahama. Kromha jida sada obi yakasi ebe kuma enya fe ne ebe tena ho edi ho komo yeti kroma na musi says ka go play mu Brazilian emperor ni ade nyina so okay nti wo de yen fe no to but then enkomo na nado edin I was expecting Ora John Mahama beka chon say you see let me come back to Nanado legacy ben o kan ho asem Nanado is talking about almost about 4 million Ghanaian children wa mom free education also about be review the main case will be but what the brofo English is flexible. Also be review obi assume so ko review ne na Rajon Mahama be catch you say feeding fee e boarding house me twam boarding house fee me twam ana meboa no enya cost to the parents ana now the intellectual property odi ma emrantie ni mabawa yetete o na o mutumi nya bi no sa legacy na o mine air building no eno na mutumi protect ye buy no the records are there Urajo Mahama wa bedi akonwa pen one infrastructure legacy mo sorry na wa betena twen wo sorry mo betena and Legon and your friend is saying Accra Medical Center your friend Rich Hospital Rich Hospital and you Urajo Mahama and I'm Legon Hospital by any starting.
Yeah, it started under Mills. It's still NDC under Mills.
No, it starts from Kufona Mills being improved.
No, that's not true. And now UGMC Mills.
And this stadium, the foundation.
No,
go and check. Okay.
So the hospital is under Mills.
Under Mills, but the stadium started from Akufo.
What Akufo-Addo did was the second phase of the hospital.
Maybe,
but stadium already under Akufo.
Okay. Yes. In that premises, Osha Ejuma na Nado ebaye. O can legacy sika o mai tu hwana mo obi Kumasi airport say Urajo Mahama start here and ameboa and the baby edu no Urajo Mahama na here say na ado na here so the legacy of the state has been protected and nonen komo anka as a leader of Urajo Mahama also pay to me no you run to that corner make you compare eniema na na do oka ebi na maka to me free education a legacy on to me protect it. Infrastructures a legacy on to me protect it.
Which infrastructure?
Ebi na meka kire we me say obaye and now you can't procure interchange.
Coding come on. You know it.
From Obi.
You know.
Obi.
See, we don't have. You don't have.
But let him finish.
You are nice.
So don't say the things that you don't have to say because that is not true.
A lot of things.
Now,
the fact that you don't agree with me doesn't mean it is not true. But when you say things that are not true, whether I agree with you or not, they are.
You said a lot of things.
Now, why the meeting Burkina Faso? Until they have to.
I count 2 minutes.
And then can better maybe cry your mouth. Obi amount time maybe. And can better him. Who said what bought red tie and no white shirt. American will say I can trust you with your money, but when I can't trust you with my money, you see by me I would done a dinner. Well, Obi make a car procure interchange. Okay, me no you not to chroma. You say procure interchange. Orajo Mahama Ebekoni and start here. They are saying no more adie. I don't have any problem. That is the legacy Nanado has protected for the nation. Yet Kromha Omaimuha Obi Orakufo Adaroma ye dua interchange. Ewo so between and someone to Suhu 8 solid years. NDC government. Ora Professor Menson Fanisanka. Ora John Mahama Baye one Fanisanka. Legacy no that time Ora Kufo ko de koe. It took Nanado to come and continue. And Komona Nanado edino a intellectual discourse. And yes sabi baby a di free buy ya oka and a dollar opa ene Ora John Mahama friend ne bisa ne say who bisa question be that's a very smart way. When Bijan said about the dollar and the buy, near holding responsible for that. Ora John Mahama Bedia Kunya said dollar no 6. Said 6 meboa. That time when now Ora Kufo Kone 1:1. Any idea and NDC by true to Moya Kone 6. It told me to me the Baumechi. Debut. Now 3.9. Oh, the
January
Matthias
3.9.
Matthias
2009.
Obi, the young fan 3.9. 3.9. Obe heritage. So you took it somewhere. And I'm a boy. Fuel a Komoya Dibaya campaign. Obia ye be Yenya Kufo gallon, Yenya Rollins gallon, Yenya Atamos gallon. Obi, why partner to me I reverse the fuel? I was the only politician I apologize for the Kroma MY because we don't have power to control it. And I'm a boy. And Komona ye did Nanado legacy now odi Komono. One district, one factory. Obi, NDC era. If you take PNDC and NDC together, Obi, woman aton factory say work woman aton. Oh, now so
one district, one factory. Me sorry one district. One factory affect economy no positively. One district one factory never existed. What I'm telling you, take the attack. One district one factory it never existed. Meaning Nanado is the mother serpent of oh yes, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh yes, I'll buy home because some of Kenya no crack. I'm sitting here as a member of parliament. Who can say oh you're a member of parliament now? Kasa said yeah. Then you are being disingenuous to Ghanaians, and you don't deserve to be in parliament. No, but the truth is that you're lying. What is with the greatest of block? But the fact is that the fact is what? No, let me start. Listen, I try to be polite. No, don't do that. You are a member of parliament. Be honorable to yourself. And that's why I'm being honorable by telling that then you are lying.
As you are lying. In parliament. So
don't do that.
You sit down for the person.
I didn't know.
So I give you that respect.
I didn't know, sir. I didn't know, sir.
Chairman,
Obi, yeah, time, sir. The honorable Yakran, hear me one. Now me will remember now make us and let you show you at the dean. So time in says debate known to me. Catch us next time or bar unprepared. I did the kind of track because Utihanuma, Ome, they are all going to analyze. So be any young son, and someone make a me chuck on top of you know very well, sir. The legacy I miss me can was some. Oh, my make kind of routine here. Me say between PNDC and NDC, our Roger Mahama count up to 2012 will lose election. 2016 will be lose election. Woman are told factories walk home my China Bambia. What you say? And now, apart from Nkrumah, manufacturing by Kunamiti, apart from Kwame Nkrumah, Nanado, I see factories than everybody. Nanado, we see factories than every government. Name them. What up, one district. It never works. But you know it is true that there is no one district, one factory anywhere. Do you have one in your constituency? I don't have one in my constituency. You have one in your constituency.
There is no factory anywhere. That is not fair.
Okay, so let me tell you. I am saying that.
Be honest together.
So let me tell you.
Almost about total essay. More than 20 factories in America.
180 factories. 20 factories.
I want you move back.
What say this one? I did our body na no say 20. Na na say 120. 180. Na na say 180. We see what
honorable the next time.
Okay.
You better me na sir.
Medamwase.